Iana Kasian, a beautiful Ukrainian model, had recently given birth to a baby girl. Olga Kasian, Iana's mother, traveled from Ukraine to Los Angeles to assist her daughter in taking care of the newborn baby. On May 24, 2016, 3 weeks after Iana had given birth to their daughter, Olga went looking for Iana. She was distressed as she hadn't heard from her daughter in 2 days. Concerned about her safety, Olga reached out to the police, requesting them to perform a welfare check at the apartment where Iana lived with her boyfriend, Blake Leibel. Blake was a 35-year-old graphic novelist and wealthy trust funder from Canada. He was born to a wealthy Canadian real estate developer and enjoyed an $18,000 monthly allowance from his parents. Later, after his mother's passing, he inherited millions. He lived with Iana and their baby daughter in a nice part of West Hollywood, just 1 block south of the famous Sunset Strip. When the police knocked on the door to the apartment, Blake responded from inside, but refused to open the door. He asserted that Iana was well and everything was under control. Consequently, the officers abandoned their attempts and departed. The following day, Iana's mother persuaded the police to try again. Blake persistently declined to allow them entry, prompting the police to forcibly break down the door.
The mother's name on the line?
Olga Kasian. My name is Olga Kasian. I want to get my daughter out of that apartment safely. I want to open the doors to break into that apartment and get my daughter out. It's been 3 weeks since she had a C-section, and she needs doctor's attention.
Okay, this is what I'll do. Tell her I will send deputies to do a welfare check to see if she is there. If she's there, we'll talk to her and ask her several questions and tell her that her mother's concerned and because she hasn't heard from her in several days.
Yes, Mom. She won't open the door. They already tried to do that, and they tried to knock, but he doesn't open. He won't open the door.
Okay, we'll do another welfare check, and we will call her to let her know the outcome, and then we'll go from there as far as possibly doing a missing persons report.
Yes, Mom. When are you going to go there? Because your life is in danger.
We're going as soon as we hang up.
Upon entering, they encountered an incredibly horrific scene, with blood splattered throughout the apartment. In the master bedroom down the hall, they found Blake, who had used furniture to block the door. After gaining entry into the bedroom, the police found Blake standing beside the bed. Iana's lifeless and mutilated body lay on the bed, covered with a blanket from her daughter's nursery. The coroner's report revealed horrifying details of the gruesome crime. Part of Iana's face, including her right ear, had been torn off, and her body showed signs of bruises and defensive wounds. A significant section of her scalp was also missing, leaving her skull exposed. During his testimony, the medical examiner expressed that he had never encountered anything similar before. The closest comparison he had witnessed was the aftermath of 2 people torn apart by dogs, as dogs tend to target the head. Iana's cause of death was listed as exsanguination, which involves draining the blood from a person or animal. Typically, the average human has about 5 quarts of blood in their body. However, during her autopsy, only about a teaspoon of blood was found in Iana's body. Since a dead body will not drain that much blood, it is believed that she might have been alive for approximately 8 hours after sustaining the scalp injury. Police uncovered blood and fragments of Iana's flesh in both the room and the building's trash chute. In the dumpster, several garbage bags contained parts of her body, along with bloody towels and one of Blake's t-shirts. However, her scalp was never recovered. Before Iana's murder, Blake had authored a graphic novel titled Syndrome. The novel revolves around a mad scientist attempting to cure evil, which he believes resides in the brain of a serial killer. The cover of the graphic novel features a baby with a part of its skull removed. During his trial, prosecutors referred to the graphic novel as a blueprint for his crimes. They drew comparisons between certain elements in the book and aspects of Iana's murder. For instance, One page depicted a dead woman lying naked on a blood-stained mattress, bearing a striking resemblance to the crime scene. For the depraved and brutal murder of the mother of his child, it took the jury just 90 minutes to decide. Blake was convicted of first-degree murder, along with the aggravating factors of torture and mayhem. In June 2018, he received a life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole.